An eerie silence enveloped the room as she slowly awakened in a sterile hospital bed. Her eyes flitted open, a dim glimmer of consciousness returning. Her head throbbed with a dull ache, and she squinted against the harsh hospital lights. But what disturbed her the most was the vast abyss that was her memory. She couldn't remember who she was or how she ended up in this sterile, white room. The door creaked open, and a doctor and a nurse strode in. The doctor was a middle-aged man, whose weary face was etched with a comforting kindness. The nurse, a young woman, mirrored his compassionate countenance.
"Good to see you awake, ma'am,"
the doctor greeted, his voice soft and soothing. The woman looked at him blankly, and he sighed.
"I am Dr. Michaels, your attending physician, and this is Nurse Lisa. You've been in a car accident, but the impact caused a significant blow to your head, resulting in memory loss."
She stared at him, fear gnawed at her from the inside.
A car accident?
She said, her voice a terrified whisper.
"Yes, we're doing everything we can to help you. Memory loss can be a shocking experience, but we have every reason to hope that your memory will return."
The doctor continued, pulling out some photographs from an envelope.
"These are your family,"
he said gently, laying the pictures out on the bed. There was a man with kind eyes and a warm smile, two beautiful children, a boy and a girl, radiating youthful exuberance.
I recognize them.
She managed to say, a tear slipping down her cheek.
I don't know how, but these people are my family. These are my children, Vanessa and Jonah, and this is my husband, Carl.
That's wonderful.
Nurse Lisa exclaimed, beaming.
It's a good sign.
I know they mean the world to me. They're my family. And I don't want to forget them,
she admitted, her voice wavering with a mix of determination and fear.
Whatever happens, I need to hold on to them.
"This is wonderful, but you need to rest now,"
Dr. Michaels said, carefully collecting the pictures.
"It's crucial for your recovery. We will come back later."
They exited the room, leaving her alone with her thoughts and the faint echoes of her forgotten life. Their compassionate words soothed her, and she clung to them as she slipped into a fitful sleep. After a few minutes of sleep, the tranquility of the room was disrupted when hushed whispers from the corridor penetrated her restless dreams. Stirring awake, the woman strained to make out the voices. They belonged to Dr. Michaels and another doctor, their tones filled with concern.
"Her family, she remembers them still,"
Dr. Michaels was saying.
"I knew it. I already told you that the dosage must be increased by at least 20%.
The other doctor advised.
Otherwise, she will still possess her memories."
"You are right. We can't keep doing this over and over. Let's try again in a few minutes,"
agreed Dr. Michaels. The door clicked shut, the chilling conversation dying away with it. The woman lay frozen, their words echoing in her ears. They weren't helping her. They were trying to erase her memory. As the grim realization dawned upon her heartbeat thrummed loud and fast in her ears. She remembered her family. The photos were real in her mind, as well as her feelings for all of them. Her mind swirled with doubts, but the idea of forgetting them, the emotions their faces stirred within her, was unbearable. 1,000 questions consumed her, but most terrifying of all was the one she didn't want to ask. What if she had already forgotten things? What were they trying to do to her? Her head pounded with the intensity of her thoughts. And then the door creaked open once again. This time, however, the doctor and nurse's entry sent a chill down her spine. Dr. Michaels had his practiced compassionate smile plastered on. His words were laced with false warmth.
"We're here for your next treatment. It'll only take a moment. You're doing wonderfully."
She could see the nurse preparing a syringe, the glinting needle filled with a clear liquid. An extreme wave of anxiety washed over her, a silent scream trapped in her throat. The nurse approached her with the syringe, her smile as gentle as ever.
It will be over soon. Just a small prick, and then you can rest.
As the nurse advanced with the syringe, she clutched tightly to the memory of the pictures of her loving family, determined to remember, determined to live.